If you're thinking about moving from California to Boise, Idaho, you are not alone. Over the past few years, more and more people have been leaving California in search of a more affordable, relaxed lifestyle, and Boise is at the top of that list. But here's the big question that I hear all the time. Is Boise really that much cheaper than California? And today in this video, I'm breaking it all down for you, from housing prices to daily expenses, so you can decide if making the move is the right choice for you. Hey everyone, I'm Curtis Chisholm, a local real estate expert here in Boise, Idaho area, and I actually moved here from California myself, so I know exactly what you're going through, and I'm gonna help you weigh all the pros and cons about leaving the Golden State. And I specialize in helping people relocate to Boise, especially those coming from California. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear picture of just how much you could save by moving to Boise and why so many people are making the jump. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go ahead and start with the biggest difference. And for most people, it's the deal breaker or the deal maker, and that is the cost of housing. This is where you'll see the most dramatic savings when moving to Boise. Here in Boise, the median home price is right around $600,000, but depending on the neighborhood, you could find homes easily as low as $450,000 or less in areas like Nampa or Caldwell, while more popular suburbs like Meridian or Eagle might push closer to $700,000 and up. And even the most expensive homes in the Boise area like Harris Ranch or the Highlands are still a lot cheaper than what you're gonna find for comparable upscale areas of California. Now, compare that to a place like Los Angeles, where the median home price is over 1.3 million, and in areas like San Francisco, over 1.5 million. And if you're looking at suburban areas like San Diego County or Orange County, you're definitely pushing prices well over $1 million. In Boise, your dollar really does stretch a lot further, and you can buy a home with more space, bigger backyards, and modern designs, all for a fraction of what you pay for the same type of home in California. For example, you could get a 3,000 square foot home on a half-acre lot in Star, Idaho for around $800,000, while in Los Angeles, that same home, if you get a half acre, is gonna be over $2 million in areas like Burbank or Pasadena. And if you're looking into new construction homes, which I specialize in, you'll find even more incentives from builders like covering your closing costs, offering lower interest rates through rate buydowns, or throwing in free upgrades like premium appliances or perhaps backyard landscaping. And these incentives can save you thousands compared to even buying a resale home or trying to build a custom home either here or in California, where construction costs are significantly higher. Builders in Boise are offering major incentives right now to compete with the resale market, and this is something that I can help you navigate through to get you the best deal possible. Now, not everyone is ready to buy right now, and that's totally okay, but renting could be the first thing you do when you move here to Boise. It's a great way to get a feel for the area before making a home purchase. And when it comes to renting, you'll notice a big difference in prices between Boise and California. Let's take a look at one of the most popular types of rentals, which is a 4-bedroom single family home in the suburbs. So for example, in Meridian, which is one of Boise's fastest growing suburbs, the average rent for a 4-bedroom house is currently around $2,500 to $3,000 per month, depending on the exact home size, the location, and the amenities there. Now let's compare that to an area like San Diego, where I'm from. For a 4-bedroom house in a suburban neighborhood, let's say Poway or Chula Vista, you're looking at a monthly rent of easily $4,500 to $5,500, and sometimes even more if you're in a really highly desirable area, or of course closer to the coast. That's a $2,000, maybe more difference in rent each month just for living in a similar suburban area in Boise compared to San Diego. Over the course of a year, that's a savings of $24,000 to $30,000, money that you could use for other things like saving for a down payment for a home, or just enjoying life more, those wonderful family activities that are here in the Boise area. And another thing to consider is that the rental market in Boise, including suburbs like Meridian, tend to be less competitive than in California's coastal cities. And while demand it has grown as more people move to Idaho, it's still much easier to find a well-priced rental in Boise without having to engage in bidding wars or offering more than just asking price to secure a home, which is something that many renters in California are all too familiar with. Whether you're renting while you search for the perfect home or just testing the waters before committing to making a purchase here in Boise, you'll find that renting a home in Boise, especially in family-friendly suburbs like Meridian, is gonna be far more affordable and less stressful than renting anywhere in Southern California. Next, let's talk about property taxes and utilities, two things that can have a big impact on your monthly budget, but are often get overlooked when you're planning to make a move. Now, when it comes to property taxes, Idaho has some of the lowest in the country. The average property tax in Idaho is around 0.7% of your home's assessed value. Now, in contrast, California, thanks to Prop 13, property taxes are based on 1% of the purchase price. And in most areas, they're actually closer to like 1.2 or even higher just because of local taxes and bond measures. So what does that mean for your actual pocketbook? Well, let's break that down for you. If you buy a home in Boise for $600,000, your property taxes would be right around $4,200 a year. Now in California, on a home that's 1.3 million, which is common in places like LA and San Diego, your property tax bill at 1.2% would be closer to over $15,000 a year. That's nearly 4 times as much. And here's another thing that helps in Idaho, the homestead exemption. In Idaho, if you live in your primary residence, you can get a tax break on the first $125,000 of your home's assessed value, which can significantly lower your taxable amount. So if you're buying a home in Boise and it's your main residence, you'll be paying even less in property taxes compared to what you pay in California. Now, when it comes to utilities, Idaho is also more affordable. Let me give you a breakdown of what I personally pay for utilities in my 2,700 square foot two-story home. On average, my electric bill is about $150 to $160. My peak electric bill was $277 in the summer, and I have a hot tub, an infrared sauna, a wine fridge, 2 deep freezers. We run our AC 24/7 in the summer. And in the summer, my gas bill is just $20. In the winter, it's about $100. Now, I recently actually received a notice that my gas prices will be going down, which is always a great surprise. Now, when it comes to water, sewer, and trash, my bill averages about $180 every 2 months. So broken down to monthly, it's about $70 per month for water and sewer, about $40 for trash. And for outdoor irrigation, I pay $160 a year, which is unlimited water for my outdoor landscaping needs. Something that's super incredibly affordable compared to California. Now, if you're a big gardener, enjoy having a lush yard, that's a super major benefit. And for my internet, my current plan costs $95 a month, but I am switching to TDS fiber soon, which will lower my bill to about $35 for the base plan. Now, let's look at groceries and everyday expenses. This is another area where you'll find Boise to be more affordable. The cost of groceries in Boise is about 10 to 15% lower than in most major California cities. This might not seem like a whole lot, but when you add up the difference over the course of a year, those savings really do start to stack up. For example, in Boise, a gallon of milk costs around $3.60, versus California, you're looking at about $5 or $6 for the same thing. A loaf of bread in Boise is about $2.50, whereas California is about $4. So let's take a look at your weekly grocery bill. In Boise, for a family of 4, you could spend around $150 to $200 a week, while in places like San Francisco or LA, you're looking at about $250 or more for the same groceries. Now, not only are groceries cheaper, but Boise has an amazing farmers market scene where you can get fresh local produce, even at lower prices. Plus, dining out is more affordable here. In Boise, you can have a great meal at a nice restaurant for about $15 to $20 per person plus tip, while in places in San Diego or LA, you're looking probably like $30 to $50 for that same experience. Now let's talk about transportation, which can be another major expense, especially if you're coming from a place like California, where gas prices are high and traffic is just a part of daily life. In Boise, gas prices right now are around $3.80 to $4 per gallon. California, of course, much higher. You're looking at most likely between $5 to $6 typically per gallon. Now, over time, those savings at the pump really do start to add up, especially if you have a longer commute or travel often for work. Now, while Boise doesn't have the kind of extreme traffic that you're used to having in California, it's important to note that traffic can be an issue at certain times and on certain roads. If you're commuting along major routes like I-84, especially coming from the suburbs into Boise, or you're gonna hit Eagle Road or Meridian Road during rush hour, you're definitely gonna expect congestion. A commute that could take 25 minutes without traffic could be about 40 to 45 minutes during peak hours, especially if those roads are the main arteries for people traveling from the suburbs to downtown Boise. And it's not just the highways, but some of the country roads in Eagle, Star, Nampa, they can get jammed up at stop signs or the roundabouts, especially during those rush hours or when there's construction going on. Still, even with these occasional slowdowns, commuting in Boise is generally less stressful and more predictable than in major California cities, while spending an hour or more in traffic is a part of that daily life back in California. Now, Boise's traffic might slow you down a bit, but it's usually a lot more manageable. Now, if you prefer public transportation, Boise has Valley Ride, which services the greater Treasure Valley. Now, it's not as an extensive public transit system as California, and many people just find it more convenient to drive here. There's a lot of free parking, shorter distances. Healthcare is another big consideration of moving from California to Idaho, especially for families. In general, healthcare costs in Idaho are lower than California. This includes both insurance premiums and out-of-pocket expenses. For example, the average health insurance premium for a family in Idaho is around $1,000 a month, depending on your plan, of course, while in California, premiums for similar coverage can easily exceed $1,500 to $2,000 per month. Plus, the cost of visiting a doctor, prescriptions, even emergency room visits are typically lower in Idaho. Idaho's healthcare system, especially in Boise, is highly rated with several top hospitals and medical providers throughout the area, like St. Luke's Health System and St. Alphonsus Health System, both serve the Boise area, known for high quality care, giving you peace of mind that you'll have access to excellent medical services throughout the area. Now, one of the things that people love most about Boise is its outdoor lifestyle, and here's the best part. Many of the activities people enjoy here are either free or significantly cheaper than California. For example, if you love the outdoors, Boise has endless hiking, biking, and river activities, many of which just cost you nothing. You can spend a day hiking in the Boise foothills, floating the Boise River, which I love doing, or mountain biking at Campbell's Back Park, all for free. And if you're a skier or snowboarder, Bogus Basin, just 16 miles from downtown Boise, offers lift tickets for around $70, $80 compared to $150 or more in California resort areas. Boise also has a growing arts and entertainment scene with concerts and festivals and events happening year-round. A ticket to a concert in Boise's Outlaw Field might cost you $40 to $60, while a similar show at venues in California obviously going to run you at least $100 or more. You'll find your entertainment budget tends to go a lot further here, which means more fun without breaking the bank. For those of you with kids, education and childcare are always top of mind. The great news is Boise offers some excellent schools and childcare options, often at a fraction of the cost compared to California. In California, full-time daycare can cost anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500 per month. And in Boise, those costs are generally around 20 to 30% lower, with most full-time daycare options around $1,000 to $1,500 per month. And if you're thinking about schools, the Boise area has some top-rated public schools in the state, particularly in neighborhoods like Eagle and Meridian, the West Ada School District. Now, for families considering private schools, you'll find that private school tuition is typically lower in Boise than in California, making it a more affordable option and for those looking for private education. However, what's really growing in popularity here, of course, is homeschooling. Boise has a strong homeschooling community with many resources available for families who want to take a more hands-on approach to their children's education. There are several homeschool co-ops in the area that provide social activities, group learning experiences, and even extracurricular activities like sports and arts programs. Now, Idaho's homeschooling laws are very flexible, allowing parents the freedom to choose their own curriculum and teach at their own pace. This can be a great option for families who want more control over their child's learning experience, or for those who just need more flexibility due to work schedules or travel. Now, whether you're looking for traditional schooling, private school options, or considering homeschooling, Boise offers a wide range of educational choices for your family. One of the biggest things I hear from people moving from California to Boise is how refreshing the slower pace of life is here, but for some, it can take some getting used to. In California, everything moves fast. The traffic, the work, the cost of living is all high-paced, and Boise offers a chance to slow down, and that slower pace also may mean some fewer financial pressures. With lower costs, less stress, and many families just find a better overall quality of life here. You can slow down, enjoy your new lifestyle here, save some money, and have access to great amenities, activities, and entertainment options. People who move here usually absolutely love it. So is Boise really cheaper than California? In my opinion, it is, absolutely. From groceries, transportation, healthcare, and entertainment, you're going to find your dollar just goes a lot further here in Boise. But it's not just about the numbers, it's also about the lifestyle you'll be able to enjoy here. So if you're considering making a move here, I'd love to help you find that perfect home and neighborhood and make your transition as smooth as possible. Whether you're looking at new construction or resale homes, I've got the expertise to help you navigate Boise's real estate market and get the absolute best deal possible when you're moving here to Boise. If you're ready to explore your options or have any questions about moving to Boise, reach out to me. You can call me, text me, email me, whatever works best for you. Whether you're 9 days, 90 days, or even 2 years out, just give me a shout. I've been in your shoes, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. What we'll do is reach out, we'll schedule a Zoom call to set a game plan to get you moved out here and just make it absolutely as smooth and stress-free as possible. I look forward to helping you find your home in the beautiful Treasure Valley area. And if you're looking to explore more about the Treasure Valley, all you gotta do is watch this video right here where we dive in deeper, and I'll see you on the next video.